Trader Joe's was new to me when I moved to New York City from Wichita, Kansas in 2007 for college, and I understood the hype immediately. Even though it took a train ride on the subway to get to one, I still did all of my grocery shopping there. Now, one thing I kept hearing about was that there was this thing called $2 Chuck. If you're not familiar, Trader Joe's has its own wine line called Charles Shaw, and at the time it only cost $1.99 a bottle. But I went to the Trader Joe's in Union Square, which had a separate store just for the alcohol, and they would ID you the moment you walked in. Since I didn't have a fake, I didn't even bother trying to go in, so I wasn't aware of this deal. But what I did know is that a pound of ground beef costs $1.99 because I routinely used it to make hamburger helper, and I knew that the term chuck referred to beef. So whenever I would hear someone talk about $2 chuck, I thought they were talking about a pound of ground beef and not wine. And it never occurred to me that it was weird that everyone was talking about ground beef all the time, especially at night when we were drinking. If I remember correctly, how the misunderstanding was finally exposed to me is that the price of ground beef increased to $2.49 a pound, and I started complaining to a friend about how it was the end of $2 chuck. They corrected me and then proceeded to laugh hysterically at my idiocy, and from then on, it was a running joke among my friends. By 2015, when I'm talking to my sister Leisha on the phone in Trader Joe's in a moment I included for December 31st in my book, Losing the May, a Cancer Caregiving Memoir, $2 Chuck, both in beef and Charles Shaw form, were a distant memory. But to this day, whenever I am passing through the wine section of a TJ's, I love to think about the fact that for over a semester, I thought that so many people in my college were obsessed with getting a good deal on ground beef.